Gary, it's obviously been a long process for you to get back to this point. Just what are kind of the emotions this week after everything that's happened in the last year for you, and just kind of how eager are you to get back on the field?
Just really being locked in, knowing my assignment and, just doing what I do, controlling what I can control and just focusing on what I have to focus on, really just being locked in and, not thinking too much about, Saturday, just taking it one day at a time and just preparing.
Don't you follow up or anything?
Terry, you talked a lot in the offseason. All your teammates have stood up when these lists have come out ranking quarterbacks. Just how much has that meant to you, and what do you use that as motivation maybe through this whole process?
Not I don't really, worry about that. I'm just worried about getting ready for this game and just trying to be the best quarterback that I can be for this team. And just preparing, really. I don't really, think about the rankings or anything. Just preparing for this game.
Thanks, Terry.
Josh?
Hey, Terry, what are you expecting to be the most difficult thing when you step out there? Is it just the mental part of, getting kind of comfortable with the leg, after you take that first hit, or what are you kind of looking, I guess most forward to also getting back out there?
Just ready to play. I'm not thinking about, my leg. I feel like my leg, is pretty fine. I have, full confidence in my leg, and, I've had this whole camp and to be able to get used to it. And, I'm just ready to get out there. I'm not thinking about anything that's going to be difficult. Just relying on the game plan that the coaches are putting in for us and, trying to execute it the best way that we can.
Josh, do you have anything else right now?
Yeah, just going up against the defense there. I guess what have you seen from tape on Auburn like that that I guess maybe concerns you or things that you're kind of looking at as you kind of prepare for them?
No concerns really. Just knowing that they have a few guys that that can rush up, rush on the defensive side and. They're pretty young at the defensive end. The DBs, but they have some good linebackers. But just really just knowing my opponent, knowing what they can do, and what we can do to beat them.
Nick?
It's been a long time coming for this game to happen. Did you ever worry that it might not happen?
Yeah, that just goes with the uncertainty. I feel like we all didn't know what was going to happen, but I'm really fortunate to be in this position right now. I'm just really ready to get back on the field. It was times that I didn't think that we were going to have a season, but like I said, I'm just really fortunate to be able to get back out there, with my brothers and compete.
You said you're focusing on kind of not thinking about the emotions. Do you have any trick to that? Is there anything that helps you not think about what it will be like to be back out there on the field?
Nah, just getting out there. I feel like after that first hit, I'll be back to normal. But once you're on the field, it's time to go. You don't have that much time to think about anything.
Thanks, Terry. Good luck.
Yep, thank you.
Larry?
Yeah, Terry, we're just curious. Your mom has talked a lot about how she thinks you'll be fine, but she doesn't think she can watch the first hit or two you take. And then also wondering what it's kind of like getting ready to go into this season as a new dad. Are you getting any sleep at night, or are you up all night every night?
I'm trying to get some sleep. But my daughter, she's pretty a good sleeper, so she doesn't keep me up that long. But my mom, yeah, she told me that it's going to be hard to watch, but everything's going to be fine.
Thank you.
John Hale?
Terry, I'm curious, with Joey, regardless of his status, just knowing that team so well, what kind of help has he been in the meeting rooms as you've started Auburn prep a lot?
Yeah, a huge help. Joey knows those guys pretty well. So, starting the prep, he kind of gave us a inside prep, just an inside breakdown on, a couple of their guys. And, he's been phenomenal in the meeting room and, just helping us get a better look on those players and, Joey, he's been doing great.
JD?
Terry, I'm curious, in the other games that have been on TV, have you been able to watch many of them? And has anything really stood out to you or given you almost some advice to, what to expect when you go out there for the first time?
Yeah, I've watched the games. Every Saturday, I feel like, I really don't have that much to do, but having those college games on and watching them, the only thing that's, strange to me is just, not having any fans. But I just feel like it's normal football. You got your guys out there going, all out. Everybody's trying to, prove themselves. Everybody's watching you. Even though if there's no stands in no fans in the stands, everybody's still tuned in and watching the game. So I just feel like everybody's out there, just having fun, playing ball, and enjoying it.
As a quick follow-up, Coach Graham said you guys are treating this as your normal routine. You had the noise at practice. How does that help you prepare, even though it's not going to be like having 85,000 Auburn fans screaming at you?
Yeah. It helps, just to know that, we can have some crowd noise at Auburn. It doesn't have to be packed, but we still are going to have some crowd noise, so we still have to communicate. We still have to be on point. So, the crowd noise, it really helps us tone in and be focused.
We got time for two more, Kent and John Long. Kent, or actually, and then Derek. So we'll wrap up with those three. Kent, go ahead.
Terry, this is Kent with WHAS 11. Your opinion of the receivers that you have. I think, with your all's offense, that may be one of those question marks kind of going in on how those guys are going to do. In your mind, how do you feel like they look headed into this first game?
They look perfect. They look fine. They're still, working and just getting better and just getting some of the rust off. But I think they're going to do fine in the game. We're all on the same page. We're all excited to get back out there. I can't stress that enough. But, I feel like they're ready. They're confident. And we're just going to prove it on Saturday.
John Long?
Welcome back, Terry. It's hard enough coming back from an injury under regular circumstances, but to do it with COVID and everything else, that adds another dimension. There are a lot of people struggling out there. What words of encouragement can you give to people who may be facing really difficult situations as you were?
Yeah, you just got to stay focused. The biggest side of it is just, having the right mentality. The mental part of, going through a season-ending injury, it's pretty tough, especially if you haven't, ever been through it before. But, just stay focused, and just keep working every day. And, just don't give up on your dreams because, if you work hard every day, it's going to pay off. And, I'm just glad that, I went through all of that because it just made me who I am today.
All right, we'll wrap up with Terry, with Derek.
Appreciate it, guys. One more. One more. Dang, Landon.
Going back to the crowd question, I know you came from JUCO, and I can't imagine you played in too many large crowds there. With that in mind, I guess you don't know totally what to expect until you get out there on Saturday, but was there any kind of self-motivation you had to do at JUCO to get prepared for games, knowing that there wasn't really going to be a crowd to do it for you?
I'd say just the biggest motivation was just trying to get out of there. That was my biggest motivation. The crowd, that kind of gets toned out. Once you're in the game, you're focused on what you have to do. You really don't think about the crowd that much. But at JUCO, I was just ready to, just to play ball and get out of there.